week 16 of the fantasy football season. Here's a few quarterbacks I have as sleeper options. This week, the first guy, Gardner Minshew with the Philadelphia Eagles. So Jalen Hurts, unfortunately, he's going to be out for this Philadelphia Eagle team here in week 16 with a shoulder injury. So Gardner Minshew, the former Jacksonville Jaguar starting quarterback, is going to get the nod. And right now, he's available still in 77% of fantasy leagues. He's a quarterback that has a little bit of mobility, and he also has great weapons to work with this week. I know it's a tough matchup versus the Dallas Cowboy defense, but when you got an A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Dallas Goedert, I would think he could put something up with those guys. And like I said, he's got some running ability as well. So right now, if you're in a two-quarterback league or a deeper league, or dealing with injuries with Hurts or Kyler Murray, I think Minshew's a decent add this week and a guy you could use as a sleeper option. Quarterback's Brock Purdy of the San Francisco 49ers. He's coming for Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's played great football here as Brock Purdy over the last few weeks, even with Deebo Samuel banged up and out. So the last three outings here for him: week 13 versus Miami, 210 pass yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. Week 14 versus Tampa Bay, 185 pass yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 rush yards, a rushing touchdown. A week 15 in Seattle, 217 pass yards, 2 touchdowns in that one. So this week here, a good matchup at home for the 49ers once again versus the Washington Commanders. I know their defense has been a pretty decent unit this season, but this 49er offense can move the football down the field. They got good playmakers still, even with Deebo out, and Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and obviously Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this week here in a home game, I think we see a good one from Brock Purdy. And if you need a quarterback in deeper leagues, he's still out there as well in 65% of fantasy leagues. And the third and final quarterback I have as a sleeper this week, Sam Darnold, the Carolina Panthers. I know Sam Darnold hasn't been great over the last few seasons especially, but he's at least been serviceable the last few weeks since he's returned. And they were actually 2-1 this Panther team in the time. Week 12 versus Denver, 164 pass yards, a touchdown, a rushing touchdown. Week 14 at Seattle, 120 pass yards, a touchdown, 30 rushing yards. And week 15 versus Pittsburgh, 225 passing and a touchdown. So this week here, a great matchup on paper versus the Detroit Lions coming to town. That give up the most fantasy points to quarterbacks on the season. I know he's got a lack of weapons over there, obviously. Pretty much it's DJ Moore, Terrace Marshall halfway. He's been all right this season. And that's about it in the passing game here for Sam Darnold. So right now in the deepest of leagues, he could be a sleeper for fantasy owners. And he's available in 94% of fantasy leagues. That's a few quarterbacks I have as sleepers here for week 16 of the fantasy football season.